Hello, class.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good.
Good.
Okay, very
My mind today is
good.
bad.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe my hometown is not good with internet.
Okay, it's okay. If you suddenly left this meeting during the class, it's okay. You can rejoin again. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. So today we are going to. Can you see
Yes,
my screen?
teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Wait, kenapa nih? Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So. Okay, today we are going to continue our lesson on linear motion for how to determine distance and displacement, speed and velocity and acceleration. Okay, so this is the learning objective for our today class, which is students should be able to determine distance and displacement, speed and velocity, acceleration and deceleration. So before we go to today's lesson, do you still remember what we have learned in the previous class?
Yes.
Okay, so if you still remember, do you still remember what is linear motion?
Yes. Straight line.
Yeah. So how we
Motion in straight line.
so how we can describe a linear motion?
Any moving object going in a straight line.
Okay, very good. Yeah. So linear motion is, if you still remember, linear motion is a motion in a straight line. So an example of linear motion is any motion in a straight line, such as a car moving on a straight road. So how we can describe linear motion? We can describe linear motion by in terms of distance and displacement, speed and velocity, acceleration and deceleration. So today we are going to look on how to determine distance, displacement, speed and velocity and acceleration. Okay, so what is distance and displacement? So let's see in this figure or in this example. So from this figure, can you identify which one is distance and which one is displacement?
A
Yes.
to B, B to C is distance. A to C is displacement.
Yes, true. So from this figure, distance is from A to B, and displacement is from A to C. Sorry, displacement is A. Distance is the total path. Meanwhile, displacement is the shoot in this figure, where the distance is our movement from P to Q, Q to R, and the displacement is our shortcut movement from P to R. So, do you get what is the differences between distance and displacement?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, very good. So now let's see how to determine the speed, velocity, and acceleration. So before we determine the speed, velocity, and acceleration, we must know the formula used to determine the speed, velocity, and acceleration. So basically, speed is a rate of change. Formula is distance traveled divided by time taken. Change of displacement, where the formula used is displacement. To formula, what you can see the differences between
Distance,
speed and velocity.
speed we use distance, velocity we use displacement.
Yes, very good. So this is usually how we determine the speed and velocity. Meanwhile, for acceleration, which is a rate of change of velocity, where the formula used final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken for change of velocity. So let's see one by one how to determine speed, velocity, and acceleration. So let's see on this example one. So in this example one, it shows a figure to B and then back to C. So the total time taken by Ratzi is 20 seconds. So determine the distance, displacement, speed, velocity of Razi motion. So first, how we determine this distance, displacement, speed, and velocity? We must know the formula. Okay. So this is how we determine the distance, which equal to length of the root cover by Razi, where it's from AB to BC. So means the distance is from A to B to C. Where we get 120 meter. So what is the displacement? So the displacement is distance between initial position and final position in a specific direction. So we get AB plus BC and we get 80 meter. So why displacement we get 80 meter, meanwhile distance 120 meter class? Do you have any idea?
Because as we know that distance is the long apa ni jarak yang jauh, and this displacement is shortest path.
Paham?
Is it
Yes, true. Because as we can see in this figure, Radzi, his motion is from A to B to C. So as for distance, we will calculate the motion from A to B, B to C. But for displacement, we will only calculate the motion from A to C. That's why we get 80 meter. Okay. Okay. So now let's see how to determine the speed. So the formula for speed is distance traveled divided by time taken. So 120 meter divided by 20 seconds. Where we get this 20 seconds from the equation. So we get 6 meter per second. Okay. So next, for velocity, we use displacement, not the distance. So the displacement is 80 meter and the time taken is 20 seconds. So we will get the velocity 4 meter per second. Okay. So do you have any question?
no,
Teacher.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Teacher,
Yeah.
why the answer for velocity stayed to the right?
Because the movement, as we can see in the figure, sorry. As you can see in the figure, to the right, Razi, he moved back. He moved back to the right. So is that
Okay.
clear?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see the next example, example 2. So in this example, it said that after landing on the runway, a plane shows down to that its velocity reduced. So the plane slowed down so that its velocity reduced from 75 meter per second to 5 meter per acceleration of the plane. So how we determine the acceleration? What is the formula for acceleration?
final
Velocity.
minus inertial divided by time.
Yeah. So first, what we can do is we list out all the information given in the equation, which is the initial velocity is 75 meter per second, and the velocity is 75, and the final velocity is 55 meter per second. Why?
Because the plane slow down.
Okay.
The plane is in the condition of movement. Maksudnya daripada kapal terbang tu dia bergerak, dia nak berhenti.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
itu.
yang awal dia tinggi daripada yang akhir.
Yes, so it's true. Okay, so based what Sophia say tadi tu means the plane is their deceleration, right? The deceleration
Yes.
is a condition which the velocity of motion of the object is decreasing. So what does it mean? Kita tengok dia punya calculation. Okay, so the acceleration is we get negative 3.5 meter per second. So the negative sign here represent the deceleration. Why we have negative? Because the plane is slowed down. So when the plane is slowed down, means the velocity is reduced and it will be deceleration. So do you get on this explanation?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so before we proceed to the next section, do you have any question regarding to how to determine the speed, the velocity, the distance, displacement, and acceleration?
No,
Yes.
teacher.
Do you have any question?
No.
No.
Okay, so
Sorry, teacher, sorry.
if you don't have any questions, so let's proceed. Okay, now I want you guys to choose one of the image that I have presenting to you. Okay, you can share your choice in the chat box.
I'm number 4.
Okay, just write I want number 4 like this, like that. Okay. Okay, are you done? Are you done deciding which one you want?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now, for those that choose number 1. Okay, those yang choose number 1. Your question is this. Can you see my screen, class?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. For those that choose the image number 1, this is your question. So please write the question or capture the question. I give you 5 seconds. Done? Sudah kelas? Okay. Now, for those that choose the image number 2, this is your question. You can capture or write the question. I give you 5 seconds. Are you done, class?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for those that choose image number 3, this is your question. Are you done?
Done, teacher.
Okay. Okay. For those that choose image number 4, so this is your question. You can write or capture the screen.
Yeah. Okay, teacher.
Okay. So now I give you time 5 minutes to solve this problem. After 5 minutes, we will discuss together the answer. Can?
Teacher,
Yes.
can you open the slide? I want to see the formula.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
we must convert the unit.
Yeah. You can discuss with your friend, okay?
I'm done, teacher.
Okay, let's wait the other. Okay.
Wait, I have not finished.
Oh, all done. All already done.
Not yet, not yet.
Oh, okay. Okay, we wait for other your friends. Just a simple problem.
I am done, teacher, but I'm not sure whether whether right or wrong.
It's okay. We will discuss together later. Okay. Just answer based on your understanding.
Teacher, for
Yes.
the question number 4,
Yeah.
for the displacement, I cannot do the displacement. Do we need to find the hypotenuse or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, are you done, class?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see the answer. for question number 1. Okay, so do you get the same answer? What is the distance?
I
17
don't do.
meter.
Meter.
Yeah, the displacement is 13
13
meter,
meter.
which is the direction of OB. Okay. Okay, for the question number 2, problem number 2. So do you get the same answer?
Yes.
Yes, very good. So what is the acceleration for AB? Moving from A to B.
10 meter per second square.
Yes, and the acceleration for motion B to C?
Same answer, 10 square.
Yes, very good. Okay, for problem number 3, do you get the same answer?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so here for problem number 3, the question doesn't give direct displacement, right? Right.
Yes, teacher.
So in calculating the displacement, you need to find, sorry. It doesn't give the displacement directly, so you need to find the displacement. So how to find the displacement? We can use theorem Pythagoras. Right?
Correct, teacher.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So the last problem. Okay, the last problem, number 4. Okay, do you get the same answer?
No.
No?
Oh, why?
Why? Where?
200. 200. Oh, saya tak tambah je.
Oh, yeah. Actually, the length from A to here is 150. And from here to D is is 280 meter. So we find the displacement A to
Okay.
D. Okay. So this is what I mean before that. When the displacement is not given directly, you need to find the displacement using theorem
Pythagoras theorem.
Yes. Okay. So, okay. So before we end our class, so that's it how we determine the distance, the displacement, the speed, velocity, and acceleration. So before we end the class, so can you differentiate between distance and displacement now?
Distance is longest path and displacement is the shortest path.
Yeah. So how we determine the speed and velocity? What is the differences in terms of the formula used?
Speed, distance over time.
Yeah.
While for the displacement, velocity,
Velocity.
displacement over time.
Yeah. So the differences is where the speed we use distance and velocity we use displacement.
Displacement.
Yeah. So in determining the acceleration, what is the formula?
Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time.
Time.
Yes, very good. So what we have learned today is on how to determine the speed, velocity, acceleration, distance, and displacement.
Displacement.
What is the step? Okay, the step in determine the distance, displacement, velocity, speed, and acceleration. So the first step is we need to evaluate and understand the information given. And then we find the distance and displacement. It is a must. Why? Because we will use in finding the speed and velocity. Okay, number 3, apply the formula. And lastly, make conclusion. Okay, so this is the formula that used in find the speed, velocity, and acceleration. So before we end the class, do you have any question?
No, teacher.
No.
No, all clear?
Yeah.
Teacher.
Yes, crystal
Yeah.
clear.
Did the mark will be deduct if we not write the unit?
Yeah, in physics, unit is very important. So you need to write the unit correctly. For speed, the unit is meter second per unit. Okay. For velocity, meter second square per unit. Bukan velocity. Sorry. For velocity, the unit is meter second per unit. For acceleration, meter second square per unit.
Faham.
Okay, if you doesn't clear, teacher write
Meter
as is negative m is negative 2. For speed, it's same as velocity, which is 1. So are you clear on that unit?
Clear.
Yes.
Okay. So do you have any question?
No.
No.
Okay,
So
if
far,
you don't,
no.
okay, if you have no question, please do the exercise in the textbook, page 36, question number 1 and number 1. Please do this homework and submit in the next class. Okay, class?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so if you don't have any question anymore, we will end our class here and I will see you again in the next class. Okay?
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, class.